And we're joined now by Mike Reiss of ESPN. And Mike, let's get right to it. Patriots camp is underway. I just want to know simply, what are the 3 goals of Mike Vrabel at Patriots training camp?
Let's go. We got to form a team, Dan. We got to earn a role, and we got to prepare to win. And I want to say this, Dan. You are prepared to win because coming out of that package that we saw that you did, that was your question that you asked Mike Vrabel. You said, what do you look forward to in camp? And the full pads. And that's what he talked about. That was your question. You are on your game this year.
Okay, you got the 3 right. Build a team, earn a role, prepare to win. You are the lucky winner. You get to talk now a little bit more about the New England Patriots. And let's begin reading your news, notes, thoughts, and everything else this morning on your ESPN column about this team. I think you look at the wide receiver competition, and one thing you notice is just how great Stephon Diggs is as a route runner.
Yeah.
And then you kind of go from there.
Yeah, to me, he's the tone setter with the receivers, Dan. He's always the first through the wide receiver drills, which to me is telling the respect that the other receivers give him. I think it's Stephon Diggs, and then it's Kayshon Boutte. Don't forget about Boutte, and then Pop Douglas as the slot receiver, making some big plays down there. And then after that, I'd say Kyle Williams, the 3rd-round pick out of Washington State. He's right there with Kendrick Bourne. And then maybe Efton Chisholm, the undrafted free agent, would be a 6th guy. With Mac Hollins, their free agent signing, ultimately he'll be in there, but he just is on the physically unable to perform list. And I know what you're thinking, Dan, because I can read your mind because we've been doing this for so long. Where's Jalen Polk?
Just do the whole interview, go ahead.
Where's Jalen Polk?
I know.
Where's Javon Baker?
Yes.
Those 2 guys, I mean, you tell me
Baker
what you
showed
think.
up a little bit yesterday with a nice play and a nice catch, but to me, Jalen Polk, you see him down on the conditioning field, and you're like, okay, you got to get out here if you're going to be a player.
I mean, that was a long answer. I feel bad that I did that, but I mean, I want to ask you, I mean, if you're putting the team together right now, I mean, Polk and Baker, where are you? I mean, Dan, you're there every day, man. I mean, you're watching this as close as anyone. Like, bubble on the team, off the team? Like, what would you say on those
Here's
guys?
what I think. I think Mike Vrabel said something to Stephon Diggs after the boat, down south.
Yeah.
And Diggs has been on his best behavior. And has really been a leader.
Yep.
Now, we haven't seen that. So if I'm Mike Vrabel, I'm sure he's done it. I go to Polk and Baker. Guys, it's getting late here.
Yeah.
You got to jump in and go. And if you don't, I don't think they'll be afraid to say goodbye.
I'm with you 100%. We see it the same way.
All right, let's go to the quarterback. I thought the interesting thing to me was asking him about his 2nd year. You don't have to know. There's no what ifs. That first practice, first full padded practice, which we'll see Monday. There's no joint practices. You know what's coming in those situations. He just looks a lot more comfortable, Mike.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I think the comfort level from Drake, both on the field, Dan, but also just around his teammates. There was one play with Kyle Williams, the rookie receiver, where he caught a comeback route on Christian Gonzalez on the sideline, and I love the way Drake explained the play. He built him up. He said that was a great catch, but I told him to sell the go route a little more before, and I thought as I listened to Drake, I said he would not have done that last year, Dan. He wouldn't have been pushing players or telling them, more about what he wants. And so I've been impressed with that, and I thought one day they did the short passing game. He was 14 of 15. Saturday, when we were both down there, they worked more down the field. The percentage came down, but I felt like he had some really nice throws down the field as well.
Yeah, it certainly looks like he's meshing with Josh McDaniels. That's a good sign right there. All right, Mike, let's just go with quickly. You give 3, I'll give 3. 3 players that have caught your eye through the first week of camp. I'm
excited because I want to see if we match up. I'm going to list my 3. Pop Douglas, wide receiver, would be number 1. Robert Spillane, linebacker, would be number 2. And I'm going to just go off the radar for those who are watching the show. No,
I have to.
No. DJ James, a first-year cornerback out of Auburn, had the first interception of camp and also had a pass breakup on Kyle Williams.
Interesting.
Who are your 3?
All right, I'm going to go with, we agree on Spillane.
Okay.
I thought that he's Mr. Energy, Mr. Football Nut.
Yep.
The other one is an obvious one, but I was watching him with my binoculars, and he was going up the middle. Milton Williams is a Will Fork type of force. Went up the middle twice and put pressure on Drake with Jared Wilson, the 3rd-round pick out of Georgia, at center. Garrett Bradbury came in right away after that and kind of held him back a little bit. So that's one. And then the other one, the last one, is Trevion Henderson. It's just that speed, and more speed with everything he touches.
And I want to go to your Milton Williams. I really like that. He had talked a lot about what he's been working on. First of all, he got the big contract. It's going to be hard to live up to a 4-year, $104 million contract. But I really like his attitude and his approach. And he wants to be a leader of a team. With the Eagles, where he only played less than 50% of the snaps, he was one of a rotation. He wants to be the guy, Dan, and he talked about how he was boxing, you know, leading up to camp and keeping his hands up and moving his feet, how it's helped his conditioning. They want to play fast, get to the other side of the line of scrimmage, and his style of play really reflects.
Yeah, and Barmore looks good. He's lost weight. Keon White looks focused as ever, as we heard him say. And the other interesting thing, I think, when you look at that whole line, is I keep seeing number 2 every once in a while, and I'm like, is that Jalen Mills? You know, but he's lighter, but he's fast, so that's good. All right, Mike, we got about 30 seconds here. Go, 15. Full padded practice Monday.
All right, let's hear those pads crunching. To me, it all comes back to the offensive line, Dan. If this team is going to have the success, it needs to block better than it has before. You can't tell if you're blocking well until you get in the full pads.
It's going to be fun. If you come into the practice, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate,
That's right? And I'll be there with you, sunscreen as well.
Yes, with all your Whole Foods food items and everything else, it'll be fun.
And I'll reserve your seat again.
Good to see you.
Definitely.